as in Maarten, our people, we have to work together, you know. So moving forward,
you just need to get back to basics, and from there you could see everything.
Do not settle for less in life. And entrepreneurship is the best way to go. Working for yourself, 2 thumbs up. Of course, before we get started, we're going to shout out to all our amazing sponsors. Like to thank Aki Supermarket right there on the Village Road for all your grocery shopping needs. Go and visit the Aki Supermarket today. Then we also have Los Mejores Barbershop. Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking for a great cut, a great shape up, go to Los Mejores Barbershop right there on the Village Road as well. We'd like to thank also the Video Block in French Quarter for all your entertainment and movies on USB or DVD. Go and visit the Video Block DVD store right there in French Quarter. Jerky on the Village Road for the great tasting food, jerk chicken, jerk ribs. Go and visit Jerky right there on the Village Road. We also have Jerky by the Plaza Casino as well, so don't forget, go and visit. They're open late. Then we have Fat Boy Jimmy right there on the Pondfield for some great tasting Johnny cake. Go and visit Jimmy. Jimmy, what's up, man? Then we have GEBE, our water and electricity company. GB, as always, we thank you for your continued support. Also on the list, J&J Properties for apartments or commercial spaces. If you're looking for that, give them a call at 588-1216. That's J&J Properties. Give them a call at 588-1216. Bold Chance Electronics Store for all your electronics, entertainment needs. Of course, Bold Chance is still there doing their thing. Go and visit Bold Chance today right there on the front street. Thank you so much for all our amazing sponsors. Big Rolex, Junior Rolex, what's happening, bro?
What's going on, Barry? Everything good?
So far, blessed.
Maarten, we back again, back on track. You know, you have to give a shout out to our boy there, Mello.
Mello, in the background, what's happening?
What's happening, brother? Everything good? You know, but boy, Brian, we really have to give thanks to GEB, you know, all of Maarten, you know, Kendrick Chittick and all the boys there, because, you know, they're doing a good job now. You know, have us back on track, light and water, you know. It's a rough road, you know, everybody's not connected yet 100%,
right,
but they're still doing a good job, you know. You know, it's rough, you know, a lot of people still don't have, not a lot of people, but there are a few people there that still don't have water, but it's a challenge.
Yes, it's a process,
It's a process.
Yeah.
Big Brian, we have a special guest in the house,
guest,
man.
right on my left.
Say guest.
The heavy voice.
The heavy voice.
That's right.
Julian Rolex Senior.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How's everything? Greetings to St. Maarten. I bring greetings from Curacao. First thing and foremost, we got to give thanks to the Almighty.
Yeah.
My friends, I was always a God-fearing person. I was brought up as one. The Lord is my shepherd. It was one of the first times I learned. And I learned that when you open your eyes in the morning, try to find the sun. Peep out your window, find the sun, and say, thank you. I have a DVD or little video used from, what's his name? Denzel Douglas. It's a thank you video. It's a remarkable piece, man. Oh my God, it's a remarkable.
Washington, Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington. Yeah, Douglas is the same kid, Denzel Washington. It's such a remarkable piece. So we give thanks, and again, I got to give a shout out to my wife, my son Junior, doing a wonderful job. My grandchildren, Leanne, the mother. Soon I'm gonna have to give my son away, but anyway, that's part of life. Hello, thank you. Also, every Sunday I listen to you guys. You have Fire and Brian. Brian, you're doing a fantastic job.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're doing a very, very good job. More of us, of our young people, gotta be like you guys.
Yeah.
You set a goal and you grind to that goal. That's the only way you're gonna make it. I was speaking to a young lady last night, and I said my disappointing part of Curacao, St. Maarten, St. Eustatius, and around the world, around the islands, is that our young people ain't picking up and hitting the streets. You gotta go to the streets with what you want. It's gonna. And so she told me, yeah, but we go on Facebook and we go. Yeah, that's nice. But when you want to galvanize a cause, when you want to drive a message home, turn on CNN. People got to go out and stand up for their rights. Nobody can give it to you. That's how it is. You know, you could sit behind you could sit behind your computer all day. at the end of the day, one thing, the powers that be respect, is the power of the people.
Right. So, Pops, we in election time. You know,
see that?
And election time, it's
Again.
But you know, I couldn't resist.
Yeah, you know, it's been a rough road. It's been a rough
I couldn't
road.
resist.
Every week, me and Brian is on the show, and something happens. Either the dump, somebody get arrested, blah 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 blah. You know, I would like to ask you, Pops, how was the difference between now and then? A few days ago, we went to a little rally, and me and you and other politicians.
Some of the old timers.
Some of the old timers. You know, shout out to Roy Marlin. You know, Theo Heiliger and all them guys.
Correct.
You know, he was out there sitting talking, and we want to know the difference. I think Brian also would really like to know that the difference between then and now. I mean, give us a little bit now, because we know how it was, but we wasn't there. I wasn't there, you know. But
Well,
you know, it was a big difference.
once again, you know, thanks to the Almighty that a few of us still around, and I'm one of them. Thanks a lot. Thank you, my dear father. Let's go back. The origins of this economy started with Clem Labega, because what's his name? Labega was there with us. Admiral Labega.
Oh yes. He also was there. Yeah, shout out to him also, eh?
And he did a fantastic job in the government building. Admiral, congratulations. His father, Clem Labega, along with Claude Wati, engineered tourism for St. Maarten.
Okay.
Period. You know. From there, we come forward fast. We fast forward to 1983 when I reached this island, and politics was a wonderful thing. Let me put it that way. We would go to a rally.
Oh boy.
And I remember this rally. Oh, this rally was fantastic, man. Madam Estate. Clark just came out of prison. Clark going to speak tonight. So you know what kind of drama that was?
People hot.
You know, people came out of the woodwork.
Anticipated.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
And at the time, I was campaigning for the SAP, and if I may say it myself, you know, I was pushing hard. And I remember old Bryson, Joel Bryson, still around. He's 80 years now. We came up with a plan, and he has the blueprint. The original plan for Belvedere came out of these two brains,
Yes,
Bryson and
indeed,
myself.
yes. I was saying that. Yeah.
Okay, me and Bryson. And I said, I'm going to build 1,000 houses down in Belvedere. And that night, Clark came up. He said, Rolex said he's going to build 1,000 houses, he must be Houdini.
People out there screaming.
The people went crazy. The people went crazy. That election, I clocked 900 and something votes. It was a federal election, yes. 987 votes. And the following election, that's when we got elected. We got 700 something votes.
Why a question? Because when I walk around here in St. Maarten, Barry, you know, people still remember the SAP and they say bread and butter.
Yes,
why was that such an impact on St. Maarten? I mean, one politician told me that that's where the one-seater started.
They claim that that's where the one-seater thing started. You know, historically, you got to go look at it, and that's true. Okay. Bread and butter was, again, a phrase that came out of the dark. I meditate very good.
Okay.
Where it came from? Where did
I'm a man that pray and meditate.
bread and butter.
Where's the beef? Bread and butter. No money down, out of sales. Strictly business. All of these are phrases that came out of close your eyes, go in your room, dark, connect with your God and ask him a question. And he'll answer you. Bread and butter was one of those phrases that came out of that. The tiki hut concept. Rolex Ray saw that. Sit down in your dark room, connect with your God, ask him a question, he will answer.
Yeah.
So he told me, go and do bread and butter. And it was a marvelous concept. The bread and butter issues took off. Where did it run out of steam? I ran out of money. because we're coming down to where things have changed in St. Maarten.
Yeah.
In those days, you couldn't fuel an election unless you fueled it with money. And as a matter of fact, anywhere in the world,
Right.
Anywhere, yeah.
anywhere in the world, don't get in politics if you don't have a source.
Right. But right now, isn't it still the same when it comes to the money issue?
It's the
You
same
need
thing.
money.
Only things have changed. You can't blatantly go and buy votes on the streets anymore.
I'll lock you up, huh?
But the billboard, you will get locked up. But the billboards,
Flags,
radio,
shirts.
if you come at Billy, you gotta come with your money. You can't come in talk nonsense. If you go to the television, wherever you go, T-shirts,
Promotion.
promotion is money. Okay. The old days now, we would go up on the podium and we would phone each other, boy. I mean, it was hard politics, right? And when we done, we'd go down in a bar and have a Heineken and buy a Palabudon.
But today is not, I talk to parliamentarian, young parliamentarian, I don't mention any names, but there's like a beef between, the guys go really personal.
Yes, it has gotten personal. But besides personal, a lot of things, you can't say anything anymore, just anything. The justice system is listening to parliament meetings, the justice system is listening to you on podiums, and they can use those things against or for you, or against or for an opponent. I heard a senior politician some days ago say, it saddens me to see Franz Richardson arrested. It's not no secret, it's public.
Yes, that's something everybody knows.
Everybody knew it hasn't been extended for 8 days. He said, we don't wish these things on our enemies. So going back again, Joni, a lot of changes have taken place. The way you campaign, the days when you could go out with a pocket of money and buy votes is over. Those is over. So we're going to reach to that just now. What do we expect to happen February 26th? The old days, you could have really campaigned hard, go door to door. Right now, politicians can't go door to door because if you go door to door and you meet an old lady without a mattress, you can't even buy the mattress for home. Okay? So that's the main difference. Okay. One of the things that the young politicians got to do, the young politicians can't just want to get in parliament. I am telling the voters, let me tell you what I'm telling the voters. When you are selecting a candidate now, you got performers, you got politicians that have performed, you have super performers, you have one or two politicians that have performed superbly over the years, and you got the talkers. Okay? Some people that just talk, plenty of money talk. We don't have to tell you who they are, voter. We don't have to tell you. You know. You could look at candidate A, what is it? Because this is no time to
experiment.
To experiment. No. It's good to have young people around, definitely, because whoever's there can't be there forever. We must have a transition period when we will bring young people in, and they got to get their feet wet and so forth. But right now, the experienced politicians got to rise to the occasion, and the public got to watch. Is this one better than that one in terms of their performance? Don't get into their personal lives. That fella got a lot of woman, and that fella ain't got a woman, and that fella funny, and he sleep with anything. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Did he build a road? Did he build a house? Did he build a harbor? Did he build an economy? What was his or her contribution over the last 10, 20 years? Did that person perform? Could they show you, could they carry you to a place and say, I put down this? See? Based on that, you should pick your candidate.
They have, Brian, when you walk around now, when I go around and see, perhaps I see around the rallies, I remember when I was a young boy here in St. Maarten, because I was around. I come back, and when they have election, I used to come around here, Brian. Brian, when they had rallies back in those days, my brother, you see people come out of their house.
Huge numbers, yeah.
Huge numbers. And listen, Mello, huge numbers. Okay?
Yeah.
You see old ladies.
Yes.
No, Mello.
No,
Go ahead. Yeah. You see
Edible.
old ladies, senior citizens coming out of their house, coming down the road. Wheelchair, brother.
Oh, yeah.
To giving these parties, especially DP, give them the support.
Yeah.
I mean, when you coming down, Brian, as a small party like SAP, that I wanted to ask you this for sure. When you see the masses of people out there in red, how you feel? I mean, to say it's rough.
The night that Claude pulled that one, I remember clearly we was having a meeting at our headquarters above Linley Supermarket, formerly Linley Supermarket on Ellis Road. And I told him, I'm going downstairs, come back. I didn't tell him I was going to look at Claude's meeting.
Yeah.
Masses of people. I mean, I couldn't drive through Madam Estate.
Wow.
I make sure extend my meeting long enough that my candidates weren't exposed to that meeting.
Yeah.
Because if they're exposed, the next is election, they wouldn't have the courage to go. Really, there were numbers and numbers of people and tremendous energy. Tremendous energy. I mean, Claude wasn't nothing to play with, my friend.
Yeah, he was.
No, it was one thing he took serious, was his politics.
Yeah.
And at the time, before that, I worked with him. He taught me a tremendous amount of the game. And when I went to the SAP, going up against him was no easy bout. You can't brag about that fight, because you would know that you were in a fight.
But no, why would you think perhaps the people them don't come out as before no more? Why is that? Because it's remarkable. I drive around all the meetings. UD had a nice little crowd, USP had a nice little crowd, and they had a nice also little crowd. But you still don't feel that energy of, like dying. You know what I'm saying?
Times have changed, obviously. Besides that, we have Irma. Irma has changed the history of this country. Irma, today a lot of people's priorities, my friends, are number one, my house got to get fixed. Number two, I got to put food on the table for my children. Number three, I got to get clothes. Number four, the children got to go to school. Number five, I got to get my car fixed. And somewhere around number 89, politics are
Different priorities.
You see?
Yeah.
So if they have a rally tonight, it's nice, but I got to go and look for a job tomorrow.
Right.
I got to go to work in the morning.
Right.
I got to carry Junior to school in the morning. Well, back then, St. Martin had what we call an overemployment.
Wow.
Each person used to have work in the day, and the casinos in the night, a waiter in the night, a restaurant in the night. We had more jobs available for the St. Martiners than we could have carried.
Okay.
So we had to import labor. Labor had to come from all of the islands around. Today is a different story. We got unemployment and tremendous unemployment after that. See, so those are the differences. Back in those days, the government could have feed the people.
Yeah.
You got to make feeding the people your priority. You got to make those bread and butter issues a priority once again. People got to eat. People got to have a place to live. People got to have a roof. We got to. Right now, there's a discussion what to do with Mother Bay. We got to get that property up and running. We have to. You have to create jobs, get people back to work.
Yeah.
This is not fun. I was told just now, somebody came to Billy, asking for a favor for somebody, a young candidate. You can't put candidates there who they just want to get a salary.
Yeah.
You can't do that. It's nice to have them, but they gotta take your time, relax, take it easy, learn the craft.
Right.
You can't elect people just for them to go. There are too many parliamentarians just collecting a salary.
Yep. And for years.
For years, just they don't say a word on the floor of Parliament, and you just vote for them. Why?
Yeah.
Just for them to collect a big salary for another 4 years. I'm not saying that they necessarily got to drop their salary, because everybody got to live. But in Curacao, I work with Dr. Moses. They have 1 week meetings, 1 week off. 1 week meetings, 1 week off. You know, standard. You get the agenda, that's it. And the agenda is made and so forth. The point is, we just have to work for our money. You know, I'm our advisor, as you know, and you got to go down and deal with work, with Parliament, the people's business. You know, you can't have parliamentarians off the island for months and just collecting a salary.
Correct.
Yeah, right.
It's not right. It's not right.
But now they also, we have had a discussion, right? Vote buying. What is vote buying? What is vote? What do they do? You know, it's something that is still a discussion up to today. Eh? It's okay. It's still a discussion up to today. What is vote buying? How can you categorize? What do you think about Brian?
The line is too thin right now. With what is and what is not.
But you heard what somebody said some night ago.
Yeah.
What's that?
Apparently one of the public prosecutors said, between postulation
An election.
and election day,
Yeah.
you can't give nobody not
Exactly.
period.
Yeah, period.
Because all of it can constitute
Yeah.
to vote buying.
Yeah.
Now,
Election
now,
time,
you know,
no favors.
No, but
Across the
I would
board,
still
no
no favors. No.
I don't agree with vote buying. Okay. Right. What I don't really agree with also is when you give somebody money, go out there, take out picture, and come out and show them, okay,
Right.
vote for you.
Right.
But what I find rough though, you have to go campaigning in the districts. Right? We talk to politicians, say they cannot even go in the district because if they go in the district, you go in a lady house.
Yeah.
She don't have a bed to sleep on.
You can't buy that bed.
You can't buy that bed. But doesn't it hurt your heart?
It does, right? But the law looks at it this way. Let's look at it this way. Those people who are campaigning, if you so had care for your people, before election time you already had to be visiting people,
Yes.
seeing what's going on in the community. So you would have go by that same old lady or that same gentleman, see their status and offer them to purchase a bed or fix their roof or whatever. But once election time is here, no favors.
I want to come to that.
You understand?
Back in Claude days, Claude, I believe, very strong in social aid, in and out of election. You can't see a person without light in the house, and because that's the other side of the coin. You go in somebody's house, they got light, and you got money in your pocket, and you are not allowed to put those lights back on. You know, while in one of the cases, the judge said, even though you give that person money, you can't guarantee when they go behind that.
Correct.
They vote for you.
Correct.
So that's what I mean. It's still a
The
discussion,
vote is still
right?
free. The vote is up to the individual.
It's still a discussion.
Yes, it's still a discussion.
You know, it's still it will always be a discussion.
Yes.
Because what do you categorize as vote buying? You know, and there's, you know, in the Bahamas, I talked to a politician in the Bahamas, Brian. He came here on vacation, Carnival, I think it was last year. And he told me they have a law there in the Bahamas. When you go inside there, you have to take out your phone, you know. And you have to leave your phone by the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to take out your phone, leave your phone by the door, go inside there, vote for who you vote, come back and pick up your phone. I saw the ad of voting right here in St. Maarten, and that also it says no phones allowed.
Phones, correct.
But there's no control over
Yes.
the
But
phones.
apparently, if I'm wrong, I would like a lawyer to straighten me out. There was some regulation passed in Holland where selfies are allowed, period. See? So I need us to look at that a little closer. But nonetheless, because we're coming to the last minute. One thing I condemn, because I read about it a lot all over the world, Brian, Melvin, Joni. Corruption destroys a country. No matter, I travel the world, and thank God I've been able to. Wealth comes in a country at a certain level, and that wealth is then distributed among the boys, and it doesn't ever reach. When you look through African countries, when you look even in America, you know, when you look, the poor persons down at the bottom can't touch the money because the boys distribute it. That is what's happening now, that a lot of corruption is being stamped out. And I agree with that. I agree with it.
But bro, let's go back to that social politician, right? If I know I want to be a political leader, or I am a political leader, we have elections every 4 years, or we should have elections every 4 years, I'm going to make it my business to be in touch with the people at all times. Meaning I have the finances to help. So before election time, way before, I should be out there all the time, every time, helping people, whether it's giving money, helping with this or whatnot, because it's not vote buying, because it's not election time.
Right.
So when election time comes around, they're going to say candidate A has always helped me.
Always did what he
Right?
had to do.
He helped me with my house at whatever time, he helped me buy whatever. So you are guaranteed most of the time to give that support to that candidate.
Right.
Because we know people vote on who they like anyhow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're a political candidate or somebody in politics, you should have been out there all the time hitting the ground helping people. So then you are guaranteed to get a lot of votes.
Even though Claude, God bless his soul, and bless the contribution he made to this country, him and Labega. Even Claude was a man always in touch with people.
Yeah.
That's what
He's
he did
still
great.
on the front street.
That was the key. That's what he did great.
Sit around the corner there,
That was the key.
right on front street there by the courthouse, and you would listen to Wambimbo, and you would listen to Saru, and you would listen to Chulani, and you would listen to everybody.
Yeah.
And he would get up 4 o'clock in the morning, that's something he taught me. If you want to know how your country is developing, get up and drive around, watch, oh Christ, Brian building a house. Oh, what happened to Melo? He can't get going, what's wrong with him? Eh, look where Junior got back tonight. You know, and so forth. You know what's going on in your country.
That was the secret recipe right there.
That was the
that the others ain't followed through with.
That's correct.
That was the secret recipe.
God stayed with the people day and night. Before election, people could get a bed and they should be paid. Before election, during election, and
After election.
Right.
correct.
Right.
That's the difference with the new generation politicians.
Correct.
When election over, that's it. Most of
But that's why the people aren't being fooled anymore.
No.
The people say it every day in. Election time, you're driving your Mazano AC.
Yes, you
Taking all the fresh breeze because you want to be able to, when you stop, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, but when the election day
election
over,
go over, back to that AC.
and the dark
Driving straight.
You see, so
People see that.
our politicians have to reverse and go back
Big time.
Go back to being people friendly, being issue oriented, being politicians.
Yeah.
Because if you work hard all year round, you don't have to panic when election
That's
comes.
exactly, at the end of the day, that's politics.
Yeah, that's politics.
That's why I see it as the young, new candidates, why they're going to suffer. Because you're the new kid on the block, you don't do nothing.
Yeah.
Yes.
You haven't been doing anything. You were either in an office working or wherever you was. Now somebody just pull you out and say, hey, come run in this election.
And I heard people say that, you know. People say, tell me flat out. But relax, I see this guy on this list. I never in my life, I never hear from this guy. I don't know who this guy is.
Not knowing that the guy's a decent guy.
He's a decent guy. Yes,
he goes to his 9 to 5 every day. He working behind scenes in government, wherever you are. But you wasn't social enough helping people to get 200 votes.
My young brothers, let me tell you all something. I ran Dr. Moses' campaign for her last year because they had a snap elections, and the year before, 5 months earlier, because they had elections. And again, thanks to the great one, I was able to get her elected. How did I do it? you gotta go to grassroots. You gotta go down, and I could go back to SAP days. Winning at once, it took a tremendous amount of work.
Energy.
Oh my God, an awesome amount of work. What am I trying to say? Young politicians, it is not easy. Votes are not easy to come by. You know, everybody can tell you, "I with you, man, I with you." Votes are very, very hard to come by. You gotta work. You gotta profile yourself, and you gotta be out there all the time, all the time. You know, you might not get disappointed this time. You gotta go back out there. It ain't gonna happen overnight. It's not an overnight business. Okay, especially now you can't buy votes. It's not an overnight business. You know, and if you plan to go in there and plunder, change your mind. Because you're going to get in trouble. Believe me, you're going to get in trouble. Young people now gotta want to serve. You gotta want to get in government to serve an honorable option. I want to serve this country. I like to build roads. I want to bring tourists. I want children to go to school. I want people to get houses. That's what I want to do. Not just go get a big salary and any little deal come now, you jump on it and you plunder. It ain't happening.
You know, they have also, Brian, as you know, the last week, like I tell you, every week we have something. First is the dump. This week here, they arrest Franz Richardson, the leader of the USP. Everybody knows that. You know, something
That's
publicly
right.
know. What will it hurt? Do you think it would hurt the party, Brian?
Absolutely.
Or Pops? Or you think it would hurt it or benefit the party? Which one? Brian, give
Hurt,
me a take.
hurt for sure. Absolutely.
Why would you say that?
Because people look at a party and they look at the leader. This ain't just a candidate. They look at the leader, who's number one, who's going to be the driving force of this political party. And if your political leader gets arrested, meaning he was doing something, saying something, or being somewhere he wasn't supposed to be,
Correct. Okay.
and meaning eyes was on him, investigation was going on before you make that arrest, right? And blatantly to put it in the paper, your face, your name, and everything. Hey,
But some say innocent until proven
of course, but in St. Maarten, as we can see, innocent until proven guilty. But we put you out there now that you're looking at
Yeah.
you're a suspect in some dirty operation.
As they say, you got to go through due process. But before going on to the next issue, who do you think will benefit from it?
But wait. I want to ask you another question. Because you see,
they get excited right away.
because when you see, again, I was talking to another politician, and he told me, boy, I don't know what will happen because look, Anthony Godet back in the day, he won the election. But what's the difference now, Pops? Tell me, there have to be a difference in Anthony Godet and Franz Richardson. Anthony Godet got arrested, he won it outright.
Yeah, he was in prison.
He was in prison, and he won that. I mean, he swept that election.
That's right.
You know, but now the whole Franz Richardson, what you can say, I don't know. It's not the same. Or give me a take on that.
Again,
But before
it's
you,
social.
I want to hear Brian.
Again, it's social. I don't know this Anthony Godet person that you're talking about right now.
Inclusive.
But I can believe, honestly say, that person was a social person before they went to jail.
Yes, that's correct.
Right?
Yes.
Because that's what it's about. If you are a people's person and everybody like you, when you go to jail, it's like, oh, it's impossible. What are they doing to here?
Yeah.
And they're ecstatic and enjoy that you're out.
Yeah.
And you're still going to help them because you're out. Because when you're in, you can't help them.
So they're still saying France is a different story.
It got to be different.
Yeah.
Probably he's not. In my opinion, I don't think he's that social of a big vote getter to have that type of aspect to be in or come out and still get a lot of votes.
You know what really hurts me? I'll tell you all for sure that what really hurts me in this whole situation. You know, you wouldn't want nobody to get locked up.
Of course not.
That ways.
Yeah.
You know, but what is rough though that France really had a lot of young good candidates on his list.
Yeah.
And it's really gonna be rough, in my opinion, because they're gonna have people out there when one of those young great candidates reach by them, they're gonna say, "Why they lock up your leader?" They're gonna say that.
Straight up.
You know, and that is something it's really I find it rough and sad for those first time running.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to reach out to the family and give my sympathy to Franz's wife and his entire family. it's a sad occurrence in a young politician's life.
Yeah. No matter how you cut it.
No matter how you cut it. It isn't something we should celebrate, because in St. Martin you have that negative culture that we celebrate on a person's downfall.
Yeah.
We should put him in our prayers, we should put his family in our prayers, and we should ask to give them strength.
Yeah.
Now, the justice system will run its course. If France is innocent, France should be let go. If France is guilty, France has to pay its dues. Politically, you can start with what we call the soft voters, meaning the people that were looking at USP. Considering, yes, yes, this is an interesting little party, this boy got, because he has a good looking list.
Yeah, nice
list. I think those are the first to leave. Those are the first to get hit.
Yeah.
To put it blatant, that occurrence, I don't see it helping the party. Although, back in Clark days, when he got arrested and he came out of prison, the guy was a giant.
That's what you just said, the
Social. Yes.
He was extremely social. Yes. How it's going to play out in France's case, the Almighty knows, but I do not see it helping the party.
Correct.
I don't see that.
I agree.
Now, it's going to become a very interesting race between UDP and NA.
Yeah.
It's going to be very, very, because it's going to, what we say, it's going to go down to the wire.
Boy.
It's going down right to the wire.
He talk about right.
Yeah. This week here is going to make the difference. Because this week will require who knows the game.
Yeah.
Because you can't go by votes. So you're going to have to use your political savvy. You're going to have to use your knowledge of the streets, your knowledge of the voters. You're going to have to put your organization in place.
Put your people in place.
You got to put your people in place. And that ultimately will decide the winner. And as I said to the voter, which one of these politicians is a performer? Because everybody could come out and tell you what they're going to do.
Yeah.
As an individual, even though you're not a politician, even though you're a new politician, the question would be, I would ask you, what have you done in your life up to this point that I can see, I can touch, convincing me to vote for you?
All right.
You come to me, Brian, as a young politician. That's my first question to you. Why should I vote for you? No, forget what you're going to do. Them Nancy Tales, I hear them a lot. Okay, me, Brian, a young man, look at this, look at that, look at the other. Wow. I'm impressed. Brian, I can vote for you because you have performed. You haven't only talked. You're not only coming in my house with promises. You have performed in your life.
Correct. That would have to be, yeah.
Now you can perform for the people. Now, there are politicians that are performers, and there's politicians that are super performers. There's some, you could say what you want, there's some one or two politicians out there, they have shown their worth. Those houses in Belvedere didn't come from nowhere. The port didn't come from nowhere. The bridge downstairs didn't come from nowhere. Back Street didn't come from nowhere. The tourism product didn't come from nowhere. The roads in St. Peter were paved, didn't come from nowhere. Somebody had to do those. And the politician you're going to vote for, what have you done for me lately?
True.
Okay. So the race is going to really come down to brass knuckles.
Yeah.
But do you see the occurrence, what happened with MP France, fueling any energy for any smaller party?
No.
Does it benefit any smaller party?
No, I don't think so. I got to be very humble with my
Because remember, the smaller parties are campaigning out there to that all the older heads and whatnot, you see all them corrupt. So does that show that, hey, you see, we were correct.
But let me put it this
Give
way
them-
to you. When we look at world politics, right? There's one conclusion I can give the voter. There is no good politicians. Politicians are not saints. If you're looking for virgins, you're in the wrong business.
Right.
If you're looking for nice guys, you're in the wrong business. When I look at some documentaries on the Clintons, I mean, these are not people you play with. But the thing is, the philosophy goes, without politics and politicians, we'll have anarchy. We'll have lawlessness.
Yes.
We'll have nobody running the place, period.
You need them to run the country.
Look what happened during hurricane when they were in the government. People become like animals, they become like beasts.
Yeah. You know, I would like to come in there. Brian, you know, that's why I really had admire, you know, I don't regret nothing of my life because it's good to compare, you know, the political parties within St. Maarten, Curaçao, you know, and the states. You compare them to see how the difference is, you know what I'm saying? Here in St. Maarten, Brian, no matter how you cut it, in all the years, especially after 10-10-10, people, they hear the message, but the people go where the fluff is. No matter, they like to go where the fluff is. The
Razzmatazz.
the songs, the shirts, the flags. No matter how you cut it, they like to go in there, but they're going to choose the best candidate. Because they have people that say, boy, this is a good candidate, but on the wrong party.
Yes, all the time.
Right or wrong?
Yes.
If you was on this list, I know you want to make it.
Yes.
You know? So it happens. So, but what I'm saying is, so those small parties, what you're referring to, people are not really hearing from them. They have small parties coming by Billy, but how much? And this is the most listened radio on St. Maarten now. But what are the parties that are here? Who? USP, UD, and NA. That's it.
Christian party.
You have to be out there. People have to listen to you, see you. You know, even when they hear that little song, hey, I hear Frankie's song, I hear Brian's song. You know, they have to know it. If you're in there, how they gonna vote for you? If they don't know, you know. And there was one man only, Brian, one man that made a history in politics in Curaçao, and he was Helmin Wills. And they killed him, they murdered him in Curaçao. This guy came out, Brian, and he was selling his shirts. Selling his shirts and selling his flags. Listen, the man called out a meeting on the radio, Brian. He said, everybody come out and come buy all your flags and all your shirts. Brian, they have a place in Curaçao called Video Playing. People can't done.
Swamps.
Swamp of people. You know, and I realized something. Anytime there is a monster in politics within St. Maarten or Curaçao, I don't know if it's the Dutch, I don't know if it's the system.
Right.
They always manage a way to take them out of the fold. Either they die or they crush them, they mysteriously they just...
Well, it goes back to...
God was the same thing, yeah?
That's where it started. You see, the system doesn't permit no strong men at all. Scotter, Theo,
Helmin Wills.
Helmin Wills.
Anthony Godet too. He was...
Yes, he was a strong man.
Brian, and sorry, Daddy, another thing.
Yes, go ahead.
That is something that in Curaçao is very dangerous. Anthony Godet had told the people that he want nothing to do with PAD. PAD is a party.
Establishment party.
Establishment party. Okay? He was really for the grassroots. And PAD is really for the middle class, high class.
Business class.
Okay? Brian, he did a mistake and he worked with them for that election. After that term, he didn't get one seat.
Was downhill.
He had got 8 seats or 10, I don't even remember how
Yeah.
much. He got straight down.
After he worked with the same party, he said he wasn't going to work with.
Yes.
But let me jump in there quickly before we finish, because one issue we need to, I would like to touch. But first I want to reach out to St. Maarten and say, my stroke friends, my friends that had strokes, because I keep meeting a lot of them. This is part of life. Life continues. It's not an easy road. A person getting a stroke is not a fresh cold. You're gonna get it this week and it's over next week. You gotta work hard, you can have good days, you can have bad days, but you keep believing in God, you keep working, you know, because there were people that have recovered 100% from strokes. But to them, strength to the people that, you know, had strokes and other diseases or ailments. There's something in Curacao that you don't see in St. Maarten. Is what we call swing voters. The people, that percentage of people that can determine who gets into power. The percentage of swing voters in Curacao is large.
But those are the people that really vote their conscience. Meaning,
yes.
I vote a Mello today.
Yeah.
Mello mess around. Mello is sorry.
And he gone.
And he gone.
They ain't got no party lines.
But no, not party lines. Performance. But you see, they vote issues too. We gonna be starting now we got to go learn to vote issues and not vote I get something here, I get something there, I get money. But the percentage of swing voters in St. Maarten ain't big.
Yeah, it's very small.
It isn't big. And then you got to go look at the demographics of this country. You don't have to tell me who you think the Haitians gonna vote for. Who you think Chinese gonna vote for? Who you think Indians gonna vote for? Who you think the Spanish gonna vote for? You know, because that's the way the society is made up. We're made out of demographics.
She was by the Chinese. Pull out 3 voting cards now.
Oh yeah, people look at I went by a Chinese yesterday.
That's passport plan.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
We're going to vote, you know.
I'm telling you, Mello. He pull the voting card. He
Yes.
said, relax, the voting cards, you know.
We're
Don't play around with me.
He had a little pack,
Okay, good.
he had a little pack a pack of voting cards. Apparently, there was a discussion between the Haitians and a politician. We don't have to get personal. And the politician insulted the Haitians by telling them the foreigner or something of that nature. On the market, every Haitian run back in their little bag and this lift up their hand. We got passport here. So
And they voting.
and they're going to vote. And the greatest thing that we have in this system, the greatest thing, which Claude taught me, he says one man, one vote. They ain't got a good vote, bad votes, expensive vote. One man, one vote, and the votes come in by the ones.
And the same vote, the same guy in Simpson Bay, with a big house,
Yes.
his vote is equal as the guy in Dutch Quarter with no roof.
Sleep down that tree.
7, 8.
Same vote. So don't think one is more important than the next. Okay? Respect every voter. As a matter of fact, respect every human being, for that matter. So don't go down in the marketplace and get down bad because you think you can't vote.
Right.
You're sadly disappointed. Elections, it's what, how many days away?
Brian, talk to me.
Today's what, the 18th?
Yeah, today's the 18th.
Six. 8 more days.
8 more days.
Wow.
Next week, Monday.
That's right. Monday coming in a week. So this week coming is going to be an interesting week because it is this week.
Let's hope nobody else get locked up.
Let's
One go down, something fishy.
Yeah. But what is remarkable
Politics.
though, what is remarkable how it's so close to the election day.
Yeah.
You know, that is something that is still questioning.
Well, not really questioning. For everybody, if you see a scenario like this, we can all say, man, this is political.
Yeah.
One time, this is political. Because why now? Benefiting somebody, why now?
It is political, obviously. And why now is a clear answer. All I can say to all parties, Development Party, Christmas to Christian Party, USP,
PPA,
all of them, you gotta work hard this last week if you can make any impact at all, especially the small ones.
Facebook ain't gonna cut it, boy. You gotta go there, boy.
What was that?
I said Facebook is not gonna cut it.
No,
you gotta go
no,
out there.
Facebook ain't do it. Because like I told a friend of mine, We have a little friend in Middle Region, we call her Dean Dean. Nice lady, man. But these are grassroots Middle Region people. They don't have Facebook, and they don't care
About Facebook.
about your Facebook. Okay? These people, you're going to have to find their door.
Right.
These people, you're going to have to profile to reach them. Okay? Especially if any want to convince UDP voters or UDP voters want to convince any voters. Those are two solid blocks that you got. It's not going to vote easy for UDP.
UDP is not going to vote easy.
UDP is not going to vote easy for NA. So who are the swing voters? That's the question.
So Brian, reaching to the end, this was an interesting program, you know. Brian, your last take on voters.
I believe I is one of those swing voters.
Yeah?
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Because
you want to belong to that group?
Never had political ties.
Okay.
Never go to the rallies. Just
Silent majority.
always watch the issues. Watch who's walking, who's been walking. Don't have no party colors. Just
Why you don't go to the rallies? Because the rallies, they can convince you also.
I got better things to do.
Okay.
You understand?
But how do you then? How do you
Again,
just follow the news?
No, but that's what I'm saying.
He's not one that wait election.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It don't be election to say I'm gonna vote for this person.
Yeah.
It's about what have they been doing. You know, what can they contribute or what have they been contributing
said.
to the country?
So a new candidate is difficult for you to vote.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I feel for the young voters. For me, I'm gonna repeat myself. I have to be, if I know I'm gonna be going into elections, I'm campaigning way before. Meaning I'm out there way before, years before.
I usually take a year to campaign.
Yeah, because when I'm on a list, it's because hey, you finally there.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for you all my life. Something like that. Not who they say is this.
Come overnight.
Overnighter. Oh, you're on a party. It doesn't work so. With a swing voter like me, you know, I need to see issues being dealt with.
It's a dangerous.
Forget about color.
This is a dangerous voter boy.
You understand? You need to get his vote. You gotta be
So
it's a dangerous voter boy.
this week is going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going to be looking out to see if any mishaps, any other thing happen, because it's very unfortunate what happened to MP France.
Right.
This is the first time after 10-10-10 this happened.
That
They lock up somebody like
election.
yeah. Like a leader, especially
A leader,
Leader, yeah.
This is a big one.
Historical.
Yeah.
This is a big one.
After 10-10-10.
But I want the people, I want to just encourage the people to get their facts together. You know, don't just vote for a handout.
Yeah.
Don't wait for somebody to come by your door to ask them for something, you know, to go vote. All the people who are going to stay away from voting, it's not good, because again, you're leaving somebody else make the decision for you, which in life, we all want to make decisions for ourselves.
That's right.
So why political times should be any difference? You know, so go out there and vote, man.
Yeah, go out and vote, you know, because, you know, Brian, I seeing also that people of St. Maarten don't ask these people for money because they're going to lock you up, they're going to lock the politician up. You're seeing what's going on now, because some people, they just don't care, brother. They just still ask for money. Tell you got to pay the GB bill, you know. Some people just do not care. And what is unfair, Brian, that they're going to lock up the politician, but the person who's voting,
That's where we're going to come in.
Who collects the money?
Right.
is not going to get locked up.
No, wait a minute. I see sooner or later they're going to lock up a voter. Because that's illegal too. Sooner or later, a voter is going to get locked up for participating in vote buying.
Because you're receiving the money.
Brian, after the election is over, I'll go back to Curacao, back to my recovery, back to my parliamentary job, assisting and advising my parliamentarian, Dr. Moses, and let wisdom prevail. They say, Vox populi, vox Dei, the voice of the people is the voice of God. After the votes have been casted, there's no argument after that. Any arguments, let it come now. People who are home, still vote. still go out and vote. Cast your vote. I can imagine you being disgruntled. I can imagine you don't have a job, you don't have a house, you don't. Go and vote. It's an opportunity you have. It's something that we fought hard for. And we don't want to go back to the days where we couldn't vote. We don't want to go back to the days when we were working at a plantation.
Yeah.
We don't want to do that.
Let me just quickly add, I would love to see a little invalid votes. Don't go out there and waste time, mark up on the card and all kind of shit.
Yeah.
Vote correct.
You leave
Too much
home,
invalid
you bathe, put on clothes, jump in your car,
That is-
walk and go to.
write nonsense.
That is annoying.
No, don't make sense.
That is annoying.
So
Don't waste
Maarten-
your time do that.
We're here for you, and we're still gonna be here. You know, Brian, we're not gonna leave our people because we love St. Maarten. Thank you so much, and have a good one.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much, guys. Y'all doing a fantastic job. God bless all of you.
So Maarten, we out. Life is all about choices. Remember, be careful what you choose and who you choose because time waits on no one. Strictly business.